Yeah, she finna drink that baby into the graveyard. She gonna smoke that baby long ago. I bet that baby have a respiratory infection for doing the baby like that. Then me saying the baby got a bobblehead neck. Baby neck can't stiff.
Charleston White is at it again. And this time, he dragged Chrisean heavy for how she's been treating Junior, calling her a dummy and saying she handled the kid like a rag doll. He even started threatening to call CPS on her. And now people are whispering that they might actually step in and take Junior for real this time. Charleston's been on Chrisean's neck long before Junior was even born, and he's still not letting up. Charleston never hid how he feels about Chrisean, and he's not slowing down with all the chaos she's been caught up in since Blueface came back around. Did you see those videos of them on live with Junior looking all messy when they should have been getting him some real help instead? The whole internet was buzzing. Charleston was one of the first to jump online and call Chrisean out for how she was treating Junior, and he's been pressing the issue since before she even gave birth. When those clips of Chrisean drinking and smoking while pregnant started going viral, Charleston boldly said Junior was most probably not going to come out right.
I got $5,000 that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have a baby. That the baby don't make the full trimesters. I'm willing to bet this baby will not live to see on this side, outside that pussy. That baby ain't fit him.
And that comment had everyone shocked. And it wasn't just Charleston talking either. Blueface tried to warn folks too. He said he was trying to keep things private and handle it the right way. But this keeps going on, making it seem like he was just being bitter when he claimed he was trying to look out for his kid. Blueface snapped online and told Chrisean, "Leave me the F alone. You crack baby. I had a baby with a crack baby shaking my head. It's my fault too. For real. I can't cap. I tried to get that."
Father, we thank you for this food. We bless it. We sanctify it by your word. We see you place.
But she prayed for this. Then he added, "I don't care about Chan feelings. My son is hurting every day and she's acting like it's not a problem. You had a baby on live, but you mad about the truth being live." He said it with full frustration, and the internet went wild watching it all unfold. What made it even more shocking is that Blueface hasn't publicly claimed Junior as his kid, but he still came out speaking about the boy's health like he was genuinely worried. The moment he posted about the situation online, Chrisean finally took Junior to the hospital for the surgery he needed, and people instantly started calling her out again. Folks online were saying she kept pushing the surgery back, missing appointments, and moving however she wanted, and it had everyone questioning her choices as a parent. Blueface even said he pulled up to Baltimore thinking Junior was already having the surgery, only to be told the appointment had been missed. That alone had him heated. Meanwhile, Charleston jumped right back in and went off on Chrisean again, especially after she and Blue started acting wild the moment he got out of prison. Charleston wasn't holding back at all, and he let her have it. And Blueface had more to say too. He talked about how doing time makes you remember who really stayed solid. And he said if either one of his exes thinks they're getting back with him under one roof, they must be high off D and balls, his exact words. And the whole timeline froze when he said it. He claimed he came out of prison thinking he had a real relationship locked in with Angela. But after everything fell apart, he said he's back on the hunt for something serious again. He also claimed both of his exes left him during his sentence, leaving him feeling stranded, and he told his supporters not to let anyone push them away from what's real. Jaden stayed silent, but Chrisean fired back with full energy, making sure Blueface knew exactly how she felt about everything. Chrisean came out accusing Blueface of putting his hands on her, and she even posted photos showing bruises saying, "I left a cheating man. The F looked like paying your bills and you cheating. Get them girls to do it." She claimed, "This man stomped me for saying bigot. My back is still messed up. Same man that never gave my son a chance. Same man that post my son pee for clout. Same man that disowned him, knowing he was your son." She called him an evil man and said she truly believed he had changed, but now she feels he was just pretending. Later, she went live in tears, clearly stressed, saying she once hoped they could fix things for their son. But after he allegedly put his hands on her for no reason, she realized he wasn't trying to grow at all. She even said it felt like he was chasing chaos instead of peace.
Thinking reconciling with his father was going to be what's best? No, it's not. It's the opposite. He need to go back and stay in jail. Always get hurt, bro. And I never hurt them. Straight up. So I'm giving a warning. Just like how that... See, look, I ain't even finna go there. I got bruises on my back. No, Y'all cannot see the baby. Don't hit my phone. We not cool. Worry about yourself. They deserve to be in a grave or...
And that broke her down on camera. Charleston saw that live and jumped right back into the situation, dragging Chrisean all over again. He said he wasn't moved by the threats she made about people speaking on her son, because in his words, "We are all going to go one day, including her and her son," a comment that had the whole internet reacting instantly. Right after Charleston dragged her again, the internet exploded because Chrisean fired back with even more drama. She hopped on live saying she was tired of everyone acting like she was the only problem, and she claimed people were twisting her whole situation just to make her look wild. She said she's been trying to keep her life steady, but every time she takes one step forward, Blueface and Charleston pop back up, adding more chaos to her name. Then Blueface jumped online again with his own posts, accusing Chrisean of spinning the story and making everything seem worse than it really was. He tried to paint himself like he was the only one trying to keep things peaceful, which had folks in the comments going crazy because everyone remembers all the drama he's been part of too. People were calling him out instantly. Meanwhile, Charleston doubled down like he always does. He went live saying he's tired of the back and forth and tired of watching adults bring more negativity to a situation that should have been handled behind closed doors in the first place. He said this whole mess is turning into a circus, and he wasn't holding back on anybody involved. All this noise started pushing more eyes onto the situation, and fans kept arguing about who's telling the truth and who's just stirring things up for attention. Some people said Chrisean needs to step back and protect her peace, while others said Blueface keeps acting like he's innocent when he's clearly adding fuel to the drama. The internet stayed split, but the tension kept rising. As the drama kept boiling, Chrisean tried to flip the script by saying she was done letting people run her name through the dirt. She claimed she's been holding everything together on her own and that the world keeps judging her without even knowing the full story. She said she's tired of being blamed for every little thing while folks ignore the parts other people play in the chaos around her. But Blueface wasn't staying quiet either. He jumped right back online saying he wasn't buying any of her explanations, and he kept hinting that there's way more going on behind the scenes. He said he's done pretending everything is cool when he feels like Chrisean keeps making everything harder than it has to be. His comments had the whole timeline locked in. Charleston, of course, was watching everything unfold and came back with another rant. He said all this drama proves neither of them is learning anything, and he claimed the situation is turning into a never-ending loop. He said grown adults should be setting better examples instead of turning their whole lives into a never-ending reality show that the internet can't escape. Online, people stayed divided. Some said Blueface was doing too much and needed to step back, while others said Chrisean keeps fueling the drama with every live she posts. Everyone had an opinion, and nobody could agree on who was being real and who was just stirring up more noise for attention. The situation got even messier when more people online started chiming in, dropping their own takes like they knew everything firsthand. Folks were pulling up old clips, old tweets, and old interviews trying to prove who really started all this chaos. It turned into a whole investigation overnight, and everyone wanted to be the one to say they called it first. Then out of nowhere, a so-called friend of Blueface popped up, claiming he tried to warn him months ago about getting back mixed up with Chrisean. This person said Blueface was ignoring all the signs because he thought things would calm down, but instead everything got louder and wilder. People in the comments were shocked. Someone close to him even stepped in at all. And just when things felt like they couldn't get any more heated, someone who claimed to be close to Chrisean came forward saying she's been trying to heal and move smarter, but folks keep dragging her name for entertainment. They said she's dealing with pressure behind the scenes that people don't see, and that she's tired of being the internet's punching bag. That claim had the whole timeline arguing again. At this point, every move either of them makes ends up turning into a headline, and the internet refuses to chill. Every live, every post, every screenshot gets picked apart like it's some kind of movie script, and people are acting like detectives trying to guess what's coming next. The energy is wild. Charleston has said some wild things about Chrisean, but this latest one might be the most shocking yet. He called her out for always talking about giving her life to Christ and wanting to do right for her son, but then turning around and falling right back into the same chaos. He said she keeps claiming she wants the best for her boy, but every time Blueface pops up, everything gets messy again. And of course, the internet jumped in with their own opinions. One person said Chan is solely to blame for the condition her son is in. We saw how she treated her pregnancy, smoking, drinking, fighting. They claimed the baby never had a fair chance to come into the world with a peaceful start. Another person said, he wrong for calling that baby that dog even if the baby has a problem. It's the way he's saying it in a negative way. He always on that BS. People were going back and forth non-stop. Now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Charleston went too far calling Chrisean a dummy? And do you think she's really responsible for everything people accuse her of? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one is definitely sparking debate. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I'll catch you in the next one.